Welcome, dear friend. As you gently settle into this moment, know that you are held in a space of deep care. Tonight, we begin a journey not of fixing the body, but of listening to it. Softly, patiently, like listening to the sound of rain on still water. Your body, with all its sensations and messages, is not separate from your inner life. Each ache, each place of tension, may hold wisdom waiting to be heard. In the quiet stillness of awareness, we begin to meet the body not with resistance, but with loving attention. This is the beginning of true healing, not from effort or striving, but from presence, from curiosity, from compassion. Let us now gently turn inward and begin to listen to the breath, to the body, and to the deeper truth that lives quietly within you. The body speaks, not a machine, but a messenger. Physical sensations are not random. They are signals pointing toward emotional, energetic, or spiritual imbalances. The body is not something to dominate, but something to learn from. Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders soften. For just this moment, let go of the idea that your body is something broken or flawed, something to be controlled, fixed, or ignored. Instead, imagine your body as a living messenger, one that speaks not in words, but through sensation. Every ache, every tight muscle, every sudden fatigue is not random. It is your body's quiet way of saying, "Please listen." We've been taught to view the body like a machine, composed of parts, judged by output, fixable by force. But the Zen tradition sees something deeper. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a field of wisdom, a mirror of your inner world, a direct pathway to your truest self. When it speaks, it isn't punishing you. It's pointing you towards something that needs attention, understanding, care. A headache may not just be about stress. It may reflect an overactive mind, striving to solve everything through thought. Stomach pain might not only be dietary, it could be the residue of unprocessed emotions. A tired back might be quietly asking, "Whose burdens am I carrying?" The body does not judge or blame. It simply reflects what is. In Zen, we practice meeting the body with stillness and curiosity. We pause, we breathe, we notice. We learn to listen not with analysis, but with presence. This presence doesn't demand instant answers. It allows space for sensation to unfold, for meaning to arise, for healing to begin without force. You don't need to fix your body to be worthy of rest or love. You don't need to silence it to find peace. In fact, it is through listening, truly listening, that peace begins to return. So as you breathe gently now, you might place a hand over your heart or your belly. You might whisper, "I'm listening." And in that simple act, you've already begun. Healing doesn't always start with medicine. It often starts with attention, noticing what hurts, honoring what's alive, trusting that your body is not your enemy, but your guide. This is not the end of your healing. This is the beginning of your relationship with your body, with your truth, and with the deep wisdom that has been speaking all along. Scanning the body with mindful attention. A guided body scan brings awareness to each region: head, neck, shoulders, chest, abdomen, back, legs, and feet. Simply noticing each sensation without judgment creates space for natural healing. Close your eyes gently if you feel safe to do so. Take a slow, steady breath and begin to arrive fully in this moment. Now, let your awareness turn inward, not to judge or fix, but simply to notice. The body is here, waiting to be seen. waiting to be heard. And one of the simplest, most powerful ways to begin that dialogue is through the practice of mindful body scanning. In Zen, we do not analyze the body like a map or a machine. We meet it like a beloved friend, curious, kind, open to what arises. The practice begins at the crown of your head. Can you feel the air brushing your scalp? Is there tension in your forehead? Gently bring your attention there, not to change it, but to acknowledge it, as if saying, I see you, I'm with you. Then move slowly through the eyes, the cheeks, the jaw. Notice how your jaw rests, or perhaps holds unspoken words or quiet tension. Let your awareness drift down into the neck and shoulders, two places where many of us carry the weight of the world. Don't try to force relaxation, just offer presence. Sometimes that alone invites the body to soften. Continue downward through the arms, elbows, wrists, and hands. Your hands, how much they've held, how much they've done. Simply noticing them can bring a quiet gratitude. Now the chest, where the breath lives. Can you feel the rise and fall? Noticing the rhythm of your breath is a way of honoring your life force, moment by moment. Down into the belly, where we often store emotion, fear, or fatigue. Let the breath touch this place, gently and warmly, as if offering a kind embrace. Move further into the hips, legs, knees, ankles, and finally the feet. Your foundation, the part of you that touches the earth. Each region of your body has its own voice, its own story. This practice is not about fixing what you find, but about listening to what is already there. Mindful body scanning is an act of self-compassion. It reminds us that awareness is not just a mental activity, it's a full-bodied experience. Through presence, we reconnect with ourselves. Through attention, we create space for healing. So breathe and scan gently. Not to get somewhere, but to arrive. Fully, here, now. Emotional energy stored in the body. Suppressed emotions like fear, anger, or grief often surface as physical pain. Through loving kindness, metta, and awareness, these buried emotions can be gently released. What the mind forgets, the body remembers. There are stories we haven't told, tears we never cried, anger we quietly swallowed. These experiences do not disappear. They take root, not always in our thoughts, but in the tissues, the muscles, the breath. Our bodies become the silent witnesses of emotions we were never ready to feel. You may not realize it, but that tightness in your stomach, that lump in your throat, or the dull ache in your chest may be more than physical. They may be echoes of past moments left unresolved. The fear you carried alone, the grief you buried beneath a smile, the anger you were taught to suppress. Zen teachings remind us, nothing truly passes until it has been fully met. Emotions are not meant to be fought or feared. They are energies, moving through us like the weather. When blocked, they stagnate. When acknowledged, they flow and dissolve. Bringing mindful attention to where emotion may be stored in the body is not always easy. It may feel vulnerable, raw, or unfamiliar. But within that vulnerability lies immense healing. It begins gently. Place your hands on a place where you feel tension. Breathe into that space, not to force it open, but to simply say, I'm here now. It's safe to feel. Sometimes tears may rise without reason. Let them. Sometimes anger stirs up suddenly. Don't push it away. Just notice. You're not doing anything wrong. You're finally listening to what's been waiting to be heard. The practice of loving kindness, or metta, is especially powerful here. Whisper softly to the place that holds your pain. May you be at ease. May you be free from the burden you've carried. The body, when met with compassion, knows how to release. It doesn't need you to figure everything out. It only asks that you stay present, stay kind, stay open. Emotional healing is not dramatic. It's subtle, like a thawing winter. Little by little, what was frozen begins to move again, and in that movement, you return, not just to your body, but to yourself. Body and mind are not separate. The Zen principle, Shinshin Ichinyo, teaches that body and mind are one flowing reality. Stress, emotions, and thoughts impact physical health, and vice versa. Take a slow breath and let it gently flow through you. In this stillness, notice something subtle yet profound. Your body breathes, but your mind feels it. Your thoughts ripple and your chest tightens. A memory arises and suddenly your stomach churns. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of a deeper truth. In Zen, we speak of Shinshin Ichinyo, body and mind as one. It is not poetry. It is direct experience. Your body and your mind are not two separate systems. They are different expressions of one flowing, living reality. When the mind is agitated, the body follows. Muscles tense, breathing shortens, digestion slows, and when the body is in pain, the mind struggles. Doubt arises, fear grows, emotions intensify. This is not weakness. It is the intimate connection between inner and outer experience. Modern life often treats them separately. You see a doctor for your body and a therapist for your thoughts. But Zen invites us to remember, the mind lives in the body, and the body speaks the language of the mind. Have you noticed how a simple walk can ease your thoughts? Or how a single thought can disrupt your entire nervous system? These are daily reminders that body and mind move together, like waves in the ocean. This understanding brings a new way to heal. Instead of chasing thoughts or numbing the body, we can sit in stillness and feel both. We can breathe through emotional storms and sense how they move in the body, like energy patterns arising and passing. The healing comes not from separating or fixing, but from seeing clearly. This is why Zen emphasizes presence, not just in meditation, but in every breath, every step, every sensation. Because when you are present with your body, you are present with your life. So the next time you feel physical pain, ask gently, what is my mind carrying? And when you feel emotional overwhelm, pause and ask, where is my body holding this? They are not two. They are one voice. And when you learn to listen to that voice with awareness and kindness, you discover a path that leads not only to relief, but to wholeness. Pain is not an enemy. Instead of resisting or fighting pain, we are invited to meet it with curiosity and kindness. Pain becomes workable, not by eliminating it, but by changing our relationship to it. What if pain wasn't something to fight? In our culture, we're taught to fear pain, to silence it, to conquer it. But in the Zen tradition, pain is not seen as a punishment or a failure. It's seen as a call, a message, a doorway. Pain arises when something within us needs attention. Not blame, not panic, just attention. It may be the body's way of saying, slow down, or the heart's quiet whisper, please feel what has long been buried. Pain is not the enemy. It is a signal. When we resist pain, we create a second layer of suffering. The Buddha called this The second arrow. The first arrow is the sensation itself. Sharp, uncomfortable, real. The second arrow is what we add. The fear, the judgment, the inner voice that says, this shouldn't be happening. Zen practice invites a different approach, not to eliminate pain through force, but to soften around it, to sit with it like you would sit beside a friend in distress. You don't have to fix it. You simply stay close. You breathe. Try this now. Bring your awareness to a place in your body that feels tense, sore, or heavy. Breathe gently into that space. No need to change it. Just say quietly, I see you, I'm here. Notice what happens when you stop resisting and simply offer presence. Often, we discover that the pain shifts when we stop trying to force it away. Sometimes it softens. Sometimes it reveals deeper emotions. Sometimes it stays, but our relationship with it changes. To befriend your pain is not weakness. It's courage, it's presence, and it's compassion in action. Pain may still visit, but when you meet it with kindness, it loses its power to define you. It becomes part of your story, not the whole story. You remain the sky, vast and unchanged, even as clouds pass through. So the next time pain arises, don't ask, how do I make this stop? Ask instead, what is this asking me to hear? Then breathe, stay close, and listen. Your body is not a battlefield. It is a sacred space of wisdom, emotion, and presence. When you listen, not with fear, but with gentleness, you begin to hear what has long been waiting to speak. Pain becomes a teacher. Tension becomes a guide. Each sensation is a thread, leading you back to wholeness. Healing does not always mean changing what is. Sometimes it simply means seeing what is, clearly, compassionately, and without resistance. As you breathe now, know this. Your body is not against you. It is with you, always speaking, always guiding. And in your willingness to listen, the journey of healing has already begun.